stop trying to get people to like you, right?
Yep.
And you need to make a simple mind shift, and you need to start finding ways to like them. Hey, welcome back to Process Beats Talent. My name is Chase Hodson.
I'm Justin Westover.
We're so excited to be back here today and to have you tuning in. It's not really a two-part series, but we're covering sales tactics and ways that we can get better in, surrounding influence and things of that nature. And our last episode really feeds well into what we're going to talk about today, and I'm really excited about this. This has been a huge positive for my sales career in the way that I sell. And so today we're going to talk about the fear of rejection and how to overcome that. Right?
Yep, exactly. So this is an awesome thing, and it's really very simple, because a lot of people think about sales calls and they're like, man, that just is terrifying. Even people who are lifelong salespeople hate making sales calls.
Yep.
And we're going to talk later on about one simple mind shift, that if you will make that one simple mind shift, it will make a huge change in the way that you approach sales.
What is it, Justin, that is so hard about making those calls or making cold calls?
Yeah. So I think a lot of people, they look at sales as, I need people to like me, right? Mm-hmm. People do business with people that like them. And so I have to go out and I have to convince people to like me.
Right.
I have to take a product, I have to take a service that I believe in, right? I wouldn't be selling it if I didn't believe it, for the most part.
Yeah.
There are people that sell whatever, they don't care, but most people are pretty genuine. They want people to like what they are selling.
Yes.
They like people to like them. And so number one is they go out and they try to convince people to like them, and it comes across very disingenuous, right? Mm-hmm. And then second is people take it personally and they let that derail them.
Yeah.
I think every good salesperson takes it personally when their product or service gets rejected, but the sales pros know how to deal with it.
So yeah, exactly right. What we're trying to overcome is that we're so invested in what we're selling. We believe in the product, but ultimately we're trying to sell ourselves. And so when somebody rejects the sales approach that we're using, we feel like they're rejecting us, and it's hard not to take that personally. And so there's a lot of ways that the pros overcome this, like Justin touched on. There's a law out there that Dr. Robert Cialdini talks about, and it's called the law of the liking. And what you need to do effectively is stop trying to get people to like you, right?
Yep.
And you need to make a simple mind shift, and you need to start finding ways to like them.
Yep.
Very simple.
Absolutely. And the reason that that's so impactful is it does something to us psychologically, because then the pressure's off, right? If you're trying to like them, now the pressure's not on you to be liked, because you're just there to find people you like.
Yeah.
And that was a mind shift that I had earlier on in my career, is that I'm just trying to find people that I like. Mm-hmm. And this happened, to kind of go back to storytelling in past episodes. My dad died about 4 years ago, and that kind of shook me a little bit. My dad was older. He died suddenly, but he had lived a long, full life. But it really made me realize that life is short, and you can lose anybody that you love or anybody that you like at any time. And so I really wanted to spend my daytime hours, not just my evenings and my weekends with my family and kids. I wanted to spend time all day long with people that I enjoy and people that I dare say I love. I work with people that I love because that's just so important to me.
So I agree with Justin wholeheartedly. That's a shift that I made in my sales career a number of years ago. Life is way too short to work with people you don't like. But what I will tell you is, it's not just about filtering out people that you don't immediately connect with, right? Mm-hmm. We talk about the why, ask why in the sales process, and everybody talks about that. So if you don't know about it, look it up. But when you really want to switch on your active listening skills here, and you want to start to ask genuine questions, you want to dig deep for something that you can like about them, right? It's not just finding things that on the surface that you connect with. It's like getting to know the people, because even if it's not somebody that you would normally connect with and be really good friends with, if you really do the digging, you're going to find commonalities that you can build from.
Yep. And there's a secret little tactic there as well, because when interviewed in research, multiple researches, in multiple research studies, there you go, the people that were being interviewed, and were not, I guess interviewed is a bad word, but the people that were in the study, they almost unanimously said that the number one thing they liked that made the person asking them questions, made them feel like they were the most influential, was the fact that they were being asked questions about themselves.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to talk about themselves.
They do.
And when you ask people questions about themselves, they're going to feel that you are more influential. And honestly, people like people who like them.
Yep.
So if you can dig, and like Chase was saying, ask them questions and look for things, find that commonality and find things that you like about them, instead of just saying, I don't feel like I'm going to like them, and just move on. If you dig and dig and dig, they will, and you show genuine interest in that, they all of a sudden will be like, hey, I like this person. This person likes me. This person's showing interest in me.
Yep.
I like them as well. And so it really is kind of a double-edged sword. You're going to kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does a great thing for your mind, right? Because, you know, when you got to get up and make those calls, or you got to go to that sales meeting, that rejection thing starts to kick in, and then that side of your brain that we talked about, and the system one side of your brain starts to kick in and find reasons for you not to do that, right? So if this is not a sales call, if you're out there, and this is a phrase that I use all the time, I'm not selling anything, I'm just out there making friends.
Yep.
So if you're out there making friends and just trying to build new relationships, and your focus is on them, it kind of shuts down that system one side of your brain, allows you to interact better. You get rid of the disingenuous feeling. And then if you have your active listening skills on while you're asking these questions, the other thing that it does is it gives you insights into how to connect with them on the sales level, what they're truly needing and looking for. It's just amazing. It's really a simple shift, but take the focus off yourself and put it on them.
Yep, exactly. And just one caveat that I would add is this is by far best done face-to-face.
Absolutely.
Can be done in person, but I'm a big student of the impact of communication. And if you're only by email, you're going to get 7% of communication. If you add in voice, you're going to get 45% total of communication. But it's 55% of communication is your face, your body language, you know, all of that. And so while you can do it kind of effectively over the phone, you're by far better spent being face-to-face with people, because they'll be able to read your body language, vice versa. And it really is something to help connect you and create that emotional connection much, much faster.
Yeah. And that's where, but that's also, that being said, you need to genuinely find ways to find interest, to dig, to learn about them, because when you're face-to-face, they're going to see if you're not genuine.
Yep, exactly. So guys, hopefully this was helpful. These last two episodes, like Chase said, not really a series, but they sequentially fit very well together. So next time you feel yourself feeling reluctant about making calls or doing visits or doing something that makes you uncomfortable in the sales world, stop. Remind yourself that you're not out to sell. You're just out to find people you like. And as you find those people you like, you will find people that like you back and that will want to do business with you. So with that said, you guys have a great week. Make sure and tune in next week. And to be able to do that, hit the like and subscribe button, click that bell, follow us on Facebook, join that group, get engaged with us, and we would love to see more and more comments coming in on that.
Absolutely.
We just want to have a community where people can grow and learn and become better in sales, because especially in the real estate industry with rates up and a small amount of inventory, it's getting tighter and tighter. Yeah. So really, these skills are more imperative to have now than any other time in the last couple of years.
Yes, absolutely. Do me a favor, get out there and make a whole bunch of friends this week, and let us know how it went.
Thanks, guys.